I was 15 when this happened, and it's one of the reasons I don't visit certain relatives anymore. My cousin Aaron was always a little off. He was a year older than me, pale, quiet, and had this habit of staring too long when you spoke. My parents dragged me to his house one summer for a family gathering, and after a while I got bored and went upstairs to zone out on my phone. That's when Aaron knocked softly and asked if I wanted to see something cool. He had this weird grin that made me uncomfortable, but I followed him anyway. He led me down into the basement, which was dim, smelled of mildew, and hadn't been renovated in decades. At the far corner, behind some old shelves, was a locked door. He pulled a key from his pocket and opened it like he'd been planning this. Inside was a small room, maybe 8 by 8 feet. No furniture, no windows, just dozens of old teddy bears lined along the walls. But they weren't upright or posed normally. Every single one was turned to face the wall, as if they were being punished. Some of them were stained with what looked like dirt, or maybe something worse. Aaron whispered, "This is my collection. I make them stay here so they don't bother me." I froze. He crouched next to one of the bears, stroking its back like it was alive. Then, without looking at me, he said, "They used to scream all night, but they're quiet now. I did this so they'd stay." The hair on my arm stood up. I nervously laughed, thinking it was some twisted joke. But then Aaron turned to me, his eyes wide. "You should bring one of your toys next time," he said. "They like company." Before I could respond, footsteps creaked above us. His mom calling for us. Aaron jumped, grabbed my arm tightly and whispered, "Don't tell them. They wouldn't understand." I didn't sleep that night. The whole drive home, I kept replaying the image of those bears, their stitched faces pressed against the wall. A few weeks later, I overheard my mom on the phone with Aaron's mother. Apparently, they'd found something in the basement during cleaning. She wouldn't say what, only that Aaron was being sent away for help. To this day, I've never asked what they found, but I'll never forget the way he said it, like the bears were alive, and he had to punish them. Sometimes I wonder if Aaron ever found new toys, or if he moved on to something worse.